Why is crypto crashing? And why has my personal opinion on cryptocurrency, or at least the content that we are providing on this channel, might be seen as especially negative for those who are tuning in? That's what we're going to cover in today's video. We're not going to make this a therapy session, but I do feel a need to try to explain myself. And for those who are interested, if you want to know why Bitcoin has crashed $1,000 in several minutes and is still trading at below $23,000 for Bitcoin at least, go ahead and keep tuning in. If you enjoy these updates, I appreciate it if you hit the like button and hit subscribe. We put out videos every day. Sometimes they're not always a popular opinion. If you're okay with that, then this channel is for you. And I applaud your ability to step outside of the echo chamber. So I'm going to address first what you're probably tuning in for: why cryptocurrency might have lost so much value in a really short period of time. And the truth, we're going to debunk some of this FUD that is floating around this cryptocurrency market. First off, we have to talk about Mt. Gox. Finally, almost 10 years after the Mt. Gox hack, the people who had funds on that exchange are finally going to be getting their funds back. At least the creditors will be. Most of them will be getting repaid in the form of Bitcoin. Between the time frame, it's between March and September of this year, which is actually a pretty broad time frame for something like 140 plus thousand Bitcoin to be distributed. I don't know about you, but if you had been holding Bitcoin for the past 10 years, you would find yourself in an awful large profit. And for those of you who are new to dollar cost averaging, or for the HODL investment strategy, that is a lesson that is worth learning. So with that comes, a lot of people are assuming, well, obviously they'd be selling, right? Or maybe they're going to wait for another pump. Maybe they're going to wait for the bull market to take profit. Either way, the Mt. Gox FUD, or sell pressure, potential sell pressure coming from this new payout and new liquidity of Bitcoin entering the market, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it will supply you with a dip to buy at the levels that you have been waiting for. Generally, as we all know, markets move in cycles, and you can't really reverse a trend once it's moving in. So Toby and I are of the same belief that the bear market is pretty much over. We are in the new accumulation phase, and that any kind of FUD coming out now isn't so much enough to inspire a longer bear market. Instead, anything that is going to be supplying you with lower prices should be seen, and always be seen, as a buying opportunity, especially if you have any resemblance of a long-term perspective of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin specifically. The next reason maybe why this dip in the cryptocurrency market could be because of the Shanghai upgrade for Ethereum, which will be unleashing some maybe sell pressure from the Ethereum market. All these people that have been staking Ethereum for over a year, some more than that, at least for several months. If you started staking Ethereum before the Shanghai upgrade, you've been waiting for the ability to unstake your Ethereum. You've been waiting for the next upgrade from Ethereum. Moving from proof of work to proof of stake is a huge change. And with that, obviously high up on the list for the developers was to let people actually withdraw coins from their staking capabilities. Just because the Shanghai upgrade, it has been delayed now until April, so classic Ethereum there, always delaying those upgrades. Complexities of Ethereum abound always. But anyway, what's going to happen with the Ethereum unstaking is that actually, if you want to unstake your Ethereum, you got to wait in line. Not everyone can just unstake all at the same time. So, this fear of all of a sudden this mountain of sell pressure coming from Ethereum for those who want to start unstaking their Ethereum, maybe to take profit or what have you, isn't actually so much of an event. Not to mention the fact of all of the staking services where you were staking Ethereum, oftentimes they supplied you with a liquid staking token. For Lido, for example, was the STS token. So you were still able to actually, sell that staking token and still take advantage of any profits if you wanted to. So I think that in itself also alleviated a lot of the potential sell pressure for those people who wanted to sell their Ethereum that was staking. They could just sell their staked Ethereum tokens and kind of remedy that situation. Now, another situation that is developing having to do with Silvergate. Silvergate is a bank, a traditional bank that catered specifically, or caters, maybe very soon it will be in the past tense, to cryptocurrency transactions. A lot of institutional investors used Silvergate. A lot of centralized exchanges used Silvergate as their mediary for, interacting between cryptocurrencies and the traditional financial world. Now, Silvergate has been in trouble for several months now, and we're seeing Coinbase and other exchanges basically not accepting any deposits or withdrawals from this bank. Now, you guys, it's not a good news that a bank is going under, that it has to do with cryptocurrencies, and probably due to their exposure for FTX. But Silvergate is far from the only bank that works with cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are kind of out of the bag, and governments around the world are learning to cope with this fact. Some more friendly towards cryptos than others. And with that, some banks in those countries are more crypto friendly than others. And there's been comments on Twitter, hey, Silvergate is, sure, it's a crypto friendly bank, but it is far from the only one. And there are others that will be happy to scoop up the market share if Silvergate is to go down permanently in terms of cryptocurrencies. So I know I gave you a lot of illumination as to why this cryptocurrencies lost value, but really what I'm trying to show you is, ironically, the FUD isn't really as full of fear, uncertainty, and doubt as maybe the media might be portraying. The long-term outlook of cryptocurrency is always bullish if your focus is on the freedom tools that Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies provide. If that's your focus, then you should always be bullish on crypto, and any dips like this coming your way should be seen as buying opportunities. If you don't know which cryptocurrencies we are buying or looking to accumulate in this accumulation phase and to take full advantage of in the next bull market, you got to check out the CT Club down below for those of you who are interested. Now, for those of you who have been subscribed to this channel for several years, and maybe you've noticed that the tone of this channel has changed, maybe especially over the past, let's say, 6 months or so. I am a human. I am fallible. I am sometimes suffering from burnout from running this channel 24/7, maintaining our membership service. We are human. But I think, just to get a little bit personal here, if you don't mind, my experience of my own journey in cryptocurrency has changed over the years. From the first, let's say, 4 years being just almost eternally inspired by why cryptocurrency was created, what Satoshi was trying to create, what the cypherpunk movement was all about, who was contributing to cryptography, encryption, and this pursuit in trying to create a freedom tool for value transfer online since the early 80s, if not before then. I was very, very inspired by that, and I still am, by the way. But running a YouTube channel, getting the exposure that you do from the masses that are coming in, most people are investing because they're desperate to see a profit, because they don't know necessarily why the traditional financial system is failing them. And there's a certain level of increased shallowness, if you don't mind me saying, to the audience of cryptocurrencies today. And that should be expected from people like me, but still, I am still fallible in being a little bit disheartened in seeing some of the comments that we're getting on these videos. But here's my point, is that always, I want you to know that everything I'm ever posting on this channel is always with the intent to keep you guys as informed as possible, to try to encourage you not to have too many heroes in cryptocurrency, even myself included, of course, because guess what? Humans are fallible, usually they're greedy, and they fall victim to their ego time and time again. Especially I'm wary with people who tend to be parroting some narratives that I'm sure a government would love them to parrot. Maybe you heard this from people like Sam Bankman-Fried, from Michael Saylor, from a lot of other people actually. And it's not always a popular opinion that I'm sharing, and that's okay. I just want you to know that I am very bullish on the future of cryptocurrency. I just hope that more people will voluntarily come to that enlightened state of mind before the absolute failure of the fiat system and before they are actually really personally hurt by their government and by the regulations that are sure to come. There's a lot of people that are cheerleading regulations in cryptocurrencies, like they still have faith in their government and these regulatory agencies in actually protecting themselves. If we've learned nothing from the SEC, and if you haven't taken any hint from what the CFTC and how they would love to harshly regulate cryptocurrencies, especially if you're a US citizen, you have to understand that regulations run one-to-one with your inability to participate freely in this cryptocurrency space. So as always, call me a shill for hardware wallets. I don't care. Get your coins off a centralized exchange. I know centralized exchanges are great for onboarding people onto this concept of cryptocurrencies, but do not stop there. Continue your pursuit of learning how to take true ownership over your cryptocurrencies. Don't let anyone convince you that you're not smart enough, that you can't figure out, that you can't handle the responsibility of taking full custody over your cryptocurrencies. It's becoming more and more user-friendly as days go on, and I fully believe in your ability to learn a new skill. I've said that time and time again, and I'm saying it again right now. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for watching our videos over the years. It's been several years now, and we will continue to be producing content. Whether you want to hear it or not, sometimes it's tough love, sometimes it's an unpopular opinion, and sometimes it's good to get outside your echo chamber and just to get refreshed and hear a new opinion on things. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Hit like and subscribe if you don't mind. I appreciate it. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.